Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. Wargaming stole my aces. They rigged the game. They completely rigged these battles to purposely not give me an ace. No, they didn't. It was a joke. Don't believe it. But yeah, they definitely stole my aces. So we have two battles. It's kind of rare for me to actually have a couple of battles or a video which is just me actually doing okay. I don't really have the time. I don't have much time to play the game as much as I used to now. So I do use a lot of replays, and I do actually feel bad. Low battery. No, I haven't. I do feel bad using a lot of replays, but it does save me so much time using replays. But I do try and put in a few of my battles here and there when I get to play. Now, I'm platooning with a clanmate of mine, Daniel, and we actually just chilled out. You know, it was a nice sort of evening where we just sit and we play Blitz. And I had a couple of games where I thought, you know what, I did enough to get an ace. I thought I did enough to get a mastery badge, that golden M. But Wargaming said no. Wargaming outright said no. I don't think so, Meadsy. You need to do a little bit more. And I want to do this video because I've said it before and I'll say it again. People send replays or people send screenshots of battles they've did with high damage games, and they're like, why isn't this an ace? Because mastery badges is not all about damage. Damage is only half of it. Not even half of it. Damage is only a part of the ace. The reason you get an ace, you don't get aces based on damage. You get aces based on XP. You can get XP many ways by killing tanks, spotting tanks, assistant damage, everything like that. That all combines into the XP that you earn. So these games, I just did not get enough XP. So where I was on mines, I'm in the T62, where I was on mines, I wasn't able to do anything. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to start flanking around. I know there's a T54 around here somewhere, so I'm going to start flanking around. And as I flanked around, I didn't spot, but the T57 was chasing my friend Daniel. So I got some damage into him, but because I wasn't spotting him, I'm not getting that sort of damage for myself. Other people were actually getting the assistant damage. So now I am moving forward, and of course you get less XP. I think you get less XP when it's a loss as well. So this game is actually a loss. If it was a win, then I reckon I would have probably got that mastery badge. So at the minute it is a 4 versus 7, and I actually really got frustrated with this game. I know it was going to be very hard to get a win, but I thought I could have done more to get more damage, and possibly maybe another kill or so that could have contributed to me getting a mastery badge. So I thought I played this pretty well. I'm rushing the Death Star. I can see that he's shot, so that's why I'm started rushing him. I've got great DPM in the tank, so I do clear him. He was my main target, but I've left it a bit late. The E100 is capping the base. It's now a 2 versus 4. You can see there that there is an IS-7 that is full hit points. The E100 is full hit points. He is capping the base. He doesn't want to know anything. And this is probably where I make the first mistake. 99 cap points, and I managed to reset the cap. So I think I should get enough XP. I think the XP for doing that should actually go up, because that was freaking close. 99. But this is the first mistake I do. I start going this side because I can see that there are a couple of low hit point tanks. I could have been circling while these 3 tanks were dealing with my 1 remaining tank. I could have actually been circling that E100. Now that was a poor shot there on my behalf, but the back chat, he played well. He sort of stopped, then carried on. But I could have been circling this E100. Clearly the E100 is not a great player if he's just sitting there capping. So I could have actually farmed quite a lot of damage there. Whether I would have been able to kill him, I don't know. But I would have definitely if the others wouldn't push me when they did, I would definitely be able to take that E100 out. I think I'd have had the skill to take him out. But now I'm in a situation where I'm not, you know what, I'm screwed. I'm screwed up. If I go down, there's an E100 there. If I go right, there's an IS-7. And if I go left, there's an Emil. So I'm trying to ignore the IS-7. I know I'm going to get shot. I'm going to have to take a couple of shots. But there's no point me going for the IS-7 when he's full hit points. So I'm going to try and go for the kill here, which I do manage to get. But unfortunately, he does manage to get that shot off on me before this IS-7. I managed to get one more shot on the IS-7. Now, if I had a bit more hit points, then maybe I would have been able to take that IS-7 out. But the time, there wasn't enough time. But I still finished on 6.1k damage. It was a first class, but I think, you know what, that was a valiant effort. That was a good effort on my behalf, considering my team, they didn't do very well. 1360 base XP is still good for a loss. But I thought, you know what, maybe that could have actually been an ace, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't meant to be. Now, if I hadn't aced this tank already, or the T62 already, maybe I would have been a little bit annoyed. But I was a little bit annoyed with myself. I knew I could have done more. But, you know, I think it was a guaranteed loss. My team just didn't do anything at all, and it's kind of hard to carry when your team doesn't do anything, especially on such a little map, a small map like mine. You can't really go hiding, you can't really flank without being spotted, so it was very, very difficult. Next up on Middlesbrough, we're with Daniel. He's driving the Chieftain, and I'm on the IS-4. Now, I hate these kind of battles where you all go up, which is probably the best positions. You can get the best positions, and usually this is where the majority of the fights happen. I hate it when all your team go up, all the enemy go down, and they start capping, because that automatically, straight off the bat, puts pressure on your team, who have all done the right thing. We've all stayed together, we've all gone up, but now we're already on the back foot because they are capping the base, which means we have to go down at some point. When do we go down is the decision that you need to make. Now, I'm going to wait it out a little bit. I don't know what my auto aim here just literally messed up thanks to that T30. But considering they are now on 50, nearly 60 supremacy points, I'm thinking, you know what, there's like three tanks sitting in the cap. We have to push. So I've started pushing this E75 first. He's the lower hit point tank, and maybe I can clear him before I actually get to the cap. So I'm going to stop. I am looking at the cap thinking, okay, 70, I've got time to shoot him once more to bring him down to a one shot, and then I should be able to make my way to the cap and hopefully not get spotted. Now, this is annoying when there is so many tanks around the cap. You just shoot whatever tank you can go for. And, of course, I shot the wrong tank. The tank that's not getting no cap points. But I'm still doing damage. I'm still bringing that IS-8 down to quite a low hit points. And I'm actually in a good position. No one actually wants to know me, which is good. There's an E100 there. He's facing Daniel, which is I'm able then to get some side shots into him. So we're still doing all right. I mean, we were there. I'm backing up now. Don't want to get shot from that Object 268 who shoots my teammate. And it is now a 3 versus 4. So still a lot of work to do. I'm on 2.7k damage at the moment. It's a 3-on-4. And I really now want to focus on the Death Star. I'm full hit points. So I know I'm thinking, you know what, this isn't a loss. This isn't a loss just yet. Not sure why the Death Star didn't go for me now. Not sure if he was still on a reload or not. But we do manage to bring him down to a one shot. Now, this is where I could probably ignore the E100 and go for the Death Star. Go around and go for that Death Star. But you know what, I thought I'd just sit and wait. As the E100 isn't looking at me, I'm thinking, no, I can bring him down to quite low hit points. Now, there goes the Object 268. I know that the Death Star is a one-shot as well. So I'm going to poke out again, and I'm going to get another shot in on the E100, bringing him down to a one-shot. There goes our Jaegeru, which now just leaves a 2 versus 1. Now, I do panic here. I know the E100 is on a reload. I'm shooting AP. Maybe I should have shot heat there into the bottom plate, because I've only got one one AP round left. So of course, if I'm going to start shooting heat, my damage, my DPM is going to start to go down. And that was actually my last, was it my last shot? But I actually bounced. So I'm going to risk, you know, I'm full hit points. I'm going to risk taking a shot here to take out that E100. And that is exactly what I do. So 1 kill there, 4.7k. And this is what's going to cost me my ace. I'm thinking, right, I'm going to ignore the E5 and I'm going to go for this Death Star. But as soon as I get there, or just before I get there, the Emil takes him out. So a bit unfortunate for me, because that probably costs my ace, and that's not the only thing that costs my ace. Obviously, I want kills, I want damage, I want all that. I do the damage, but unfortunately, I just don't get the kills. I do the damage, but then the Emil takes the kills. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to rage at the Emil because he's stealing kills. He's not really stealing kills. He actually does a pretty good job. But now, of course, my DPM is a lot lower. I'm having to fire heat into this guy. So I'm on 5.8k damage at the moment. We're going to get another shot into him, bring him down to a 1 shot. And whilst I am now on a reload, the Emil is going to come to the side, bounces his first shot, which I'm thinking, okay, I might be able to get the kill, but he takes the kill. So them 2 quick kills there from the Emil probably cost me the ace. But I think, you know what? I thought I did well enough there to get the ace. And as soon as I even said to Dan, you know what, that's an ace. And as soon as this popped up, only a first class, I'm like, bruh, seriously? But that's the difference now. It's not all about damage, and you get so many tier 10s now doing 8k damage because of the heavy buff, which there's more hit points, which equals more damage. So it's very, very difficult to get these aces. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'm Meadsy. I'll catch you soon. With